Hi, I'm Rebecca Lamance here at Terry Parker High School, and I'm going to give you a tour of our school garden and show you the progress that we've made so far. So we've had support and sponsorship from George Moore Chevrolet along with a few other places that's helped us get our garden restarted this year. So in this bed we have a couple citrus trees that have been here for a couple years, but we have our rosemary planted that we got at Earthworks with the cute little smell the rosemary sign, and that's a perennial, so that'll last year after year. So the students have come every Friday to do a lot of cleanup. It was overgrown with weeds, and so they've been working really hard to get the area cleaned up and ready for planting. So over in this area they have some squash planted, including a chayote squash, which is a massive Mexican squash that's really productive. This is another citrus tree behind me. They cleaned this area up at one point. This used to be, we believe it used to be a water feature, but they've planted these pretty geraniums here so far. We have a couple banana plants in the back that have been there that they cleaned up. And then in this area so far, they have some cucumber seeds that they got from Earthworks also that was featured in the last video. So there are a couple different varieties of cucumbers, and so they have a bamboo trellis set up for the cucumbers to grow up. And then they're going to be planting sunflowers and tomatoes in this area as well. So here we have a compost bin that they've been working on adding like food scraps and other compostable materials to, so that we can produce our own compost to use as fertilizer. We have, this is our only sprinkler right now. I'm going to be bringing in a timer to set the sprinkler up to water the garden. So the students have been coming out here and watering it manually. End of the year testing coming up, they might not necessarily be able to make it out here every day to do the watering, so we want to make sure that the plants continue to thrive once that starts, and then also to keep the garden going at the end of the year. Some great news that I have is also our communities and schools rep is organizing a STEM camp again this summer here at Terry Parker High School. So I've been working with her, and we're going to have the students that come to the STEM camp also work in the garden to keep it going over the summer. So the plan is to plant crops that are going to be harvested over the summer during the STEM camp, and then the STEM camp students will plant like the next round of crops that'll be harvested in the fall. These are onions and chives and some herbs. This is parsley, cilantro, purple kale, and I think this might be what's left of some lettuce that also came from Earthworks. An average of, I would say, about 6 to 8 students coming every week. And again, we're trying to encourage more students to join, so any students that are interested are welcome to come help out. Anybody that needs community service hours or wants to learn how to garden or enjoys gardening or both is welcome to come. Window boxes over here they've worked on, we haven't got them all planted yet, but so far we have these green beans, which are called provider green beans, and these seeds were purchased at Earthworks as well with the donations from George Moore Chevrolet along with Earthworks. So thank you again for that. We appreciate that. They're super excited once they saw the seeds that they planted start popping up. This makes them really excited to see their work come to fruition.